Hello everyone. I have a new microphone. I'm sorry if you can hear thumps and my typing and clicking are very loud, and possibly the squeak of my chair. I had to get a new microphone because my old one is simply not good enough for making recordings of, as you could see from my last Bioshock video, which, speaking of, I will be doing more Bioshock, but for Christmas I got the Bioshock collection for PS4, so I've been playing through that to get a feel for how I'm going to do in the videos later. I wanted to, for now, show you a bit of Star Wars Online, because I've been getting back into that, and I know a lot of people have questions about how well it works out as an MMO for today's audience, I guess. I am very picky. I tend to have extremely specific tastes as far as MMOs go. I don't like you just go in with no customizability and barely any story and just wander around farming. It's that I have to have interactability, I guess, in order to enjoy the game. Star Wars has a lot of it, and I'm able to make each character exactly what I want them to be. And while, yes, the abilities are cooldown abilities, they are very specific abilities that allow you to... Your character does a lot of things while you use them, which I'll be illustrating here. And I will be going back to Bioshock eventually. I don't have a specific schedule because it's just a hobby, but I wanted to do Star Wars Online to act as a tutorial and also because it's fun. So as you can see, I have a lot of characters. I'm a subscriber, so at least currently, usually I'm just a premium free-to-play player. I tend to be addicted to creating characters. The one that I am going to play today, as you can see, she's level 1 because I just made her. This is Abrasia. She's going to be the Imperial Agent, which is a dark side character. You have dark side and light side, and you have the alternatives for each class. So you have the 2 Jedis and the 2 Sith that are their counterparts. You have the Smuggler and the Bounty Hunter, which have very similar stories of neutrality. And you have the Trooper and the Agent, which are the Loyalists. However, the Smuggler and the Agent are actually the ability counterparts, and the Trooper and the Bounty Hunter are the ability counterparts, so they're kind of diagonal for that. The reason I'm doing an Agent is because I have done every other story a lot, and the Agent is the only one that I have not actually finished book 1 for. So I thought that it would be fun to get to know the character while you did. Her race is a Mary Allen. That's a race that is attuned to the light side of the Force, and they make tattoos on their face with the achievements that they've gotten in life. I tend to like making opposite races for each side. She is a Sith race, but she's a Jedi, so she's the opposite side, you know, and she's a Chiss, which is also a dark side race, but she's a smuggler on the good side. So here I have a Mary Allen, which is a light side race, and she's an Imperial Agent, which also adds a little bit of complexity because the Imperials tend to only like humans, so she tends to be more disliked. I named her Abrasia, which that's supposed to be a pun on abrasive or abrasions. Usually that's more of a Sith kind of name because, you know, most Darths have some kind of pun on what their name sounds like. Darth Maul, you know, Darth Grievous. But I wanted to name her Abrasia because instead of what I usually do with characters, which is trying to make them as competent and cool as possible, I'm going to be making this agent as stupid and sarcastic as possible. She's going to do all of the stupid, sarcastic options, and she's going to have really abrasive personality, which I thought would fit well with who you can see her first companion is. And that's one of the things I like about this game is that you can have companions. Most other MMOs, you can't have companions. Most other MMOs, when you can have a companion, they don't affect much. They might say a line or two, but you don't actually change much of their personality or how much they like you, depending on what you do. It's very customizable in this game. You gain fondness for your companions, you have individual conversations with them, and some of them you can have romances. So this is the beginning cutscene. Each race, or each class, has a beginning cutscene that starts off their player so that you can get introduced to the story. And welcome to Hutta, the ugliest planet in the game. And in the entire Star Wars universe, really. But, I can't say anything against the devs because it makes sense why it's ugly. It's a planet ruled by Hutts. The Hutts have polluted and destroyed the planet, so the whole world looks like Hutt pee because it basically is the Hutt's bathroom. One thing that you tend to see is there are a lot of spammers in this game. It's mostly on the first couple planets. So what you do is you report them and ignore them. That way you don't see anything more that they say and you don't have to keep getting spammed. Always report them. I know you might just want to ignore, but always report. That way there won't be more of them or as much of them increasing. It's always better to try to get rid of them instead of to ignore them. Even if it doesn't feel like you make a dent, it's still better. You can see the animation for her hair is a little odd. That's because it's one of the DLC hairstyles that you can buy with the cartel market, so the animation isn't quite up to date. With the newest ones, they actually have no animation at all, because I guess they decided it was easier than trying to animate a braid and ending up with it flying around like it's one with the Force. So she just has a magic braid. Just go with that.
Your transmission established. This is Keeper. We may speak freely, Agent. Prepare to receive your orders.
Keepers are the administrators in the spy network for the Empire. Let's see.
Keeper, should I be thanking you for these lovely accommodations?
Don't get cute and don't waste my time. You're here to work.
I'm also here to waste your time.
You were chosen for this operation because of your exemplary performance during training. Imperial intelligence needs agents capable of working independently in the field. Now you apply your training to the real world. Nemro the Hutt and his organization run Jaguna, and you're in town to convince Nemro to supply the Empire.
You realize I'm not exactly a diplomat.
If the situation requires a diplomat, you will become a diplomat. But for now, a lighter touch is required. We need to know what Nemro and his advisors are thinking before we can act. I want you to obtain access to the Nemro clan's inner circle. You require a cover identity. One of our contacts, an alien named Jig, has prepared a background for you and will provide the details.
Trust me, Keeper, I don't need any help to get close to a Hutt.
Don't underestimate the Nemro clan. The galaxy has seen more effective gangsters, but rarely more sadistic ones. Jig will be waiting for you at a safe house. Locate him, take what he offers, then report to me.
Are we sure this contact is trustworthy?
Jig won't betray us. Whether he succeeds at his assigned tasks is another matter. I'd be more concerned with the rest of the populace. Most of Jaguna is caught up in a turf war. Some of the gangs involved belong to the Hutts. Others are independent. Your combat training should see you through, but expect brutality and expect to be targeted. Jaguna isn't friendly to strangers. Now, find Jig and report back to me. Keep her out.
And with that, we have entered the game. The very first thing that you need to do when you make a new character, even as a free-to-play player, is you go to the escape menu, and then you go to Interface Editor. I know this is a bit confusing, but as you can see, there are all the tabs. You can move these around to make it more to your style. As you can also see, there are a whole bunch of quick bars that are not visible in the beginning. Now, if you want to edit those manually, you have to mark them as enabled, and then you can change their scale, their size, whether they are translucent or transparent, And then this number of slots and slots per row will allow you to change whether they are horizontal, box-shaped, or just like one slot total, which I don't know why you would make them shrink, but what I do instead of moving these manually is a much easier route. You have several default ones that you can load up, and it will display them for you, pre-made, like this one. The one that I tend to use is one that I edited from extended quick bars. It's called my usual one. And once you have made one that you like, all you have to do is hit save with a name that you give it, so you can save your own. The reason this is different is because I moved my mission tracker completely off the side and put my quick bars beyond that. So that way they're not covering up the mission tracker, but I can put my extra abilities up here. And this is very important because you're going to get a lot of abilities. This isn't just like Elder Scrolls Online where you have 4 and then you switch to a new weapon and have 4 more. You have a lot of them. They all do something different. You have extremely customizable characters. Your abilities are all going to be different for each character, and you play very different styles, so you can make it exactly the way you like it. It starts off pretty simply though, so now that I have loaded this, I will exit the interface editor. Every character starts off with a healing ability. I always put the bottom taskbar here is my buffs and my status effects, so my healing goes there. This is coordination. It's a buff that increases a friendly target's hit chance for 60 minutes. Every character starts off with a buff. The reason you can see multiple ones is because these two are from other classes that I have completed the first book for. So for each light side and dark side, once you get a class past the first book, then your buff will get multiple buffs. So eventually you can have up to 4 for each character if you get all 4 of the classes for each side past the first book. It's very nice, so I have lots of buffs now. It lasts for 60 minutes, so you just keep re-clicking it. A nice thing about that is you can also click on other players and give them the buff. So that way, if somebody's just passing by you and you think they're running past too fast to like jump and say a greeting, you can just give them a buff and it's like saying hi. I like to do that. So you also have 2 abilities that you start off with. This is an ability. This is a subscriber bonus that I got for one of the events. It allows me to activate a jetpack and go real fast because you don't get a vehicle till level 10. Or you don't get riding abilities at least till level 10. This has a range of 10 meters. I need to be up real close. This is 30 meters. So I start off with this, run forward as I'm shooting it, and then I can hit this. Each class has different abilities that they start off with. The Jedi Knight and the Sith Warrior, for example, this shot would be a leaping ability. You would jump across the room in that ability to hit them, and then you could use your up-close slashing. With the troopers and the bounty hunters, they tend to have a big explosive volley shot and then an up-close. So there's always distance and up-close. The next thing, this is a phase bar, or phase door. It works for specific classes. This is the Imperial Agent phase. It's red now because I just finished the first part of it. I will only go back into it once I do the next part of the quest. That way it can reload the story for each person, and each person that goes into there can have different parts of the story. It's like having a mini server. I've done this beginning area lots of times, so I want to let you know.
Supplies the boss asked for?
Oh yes, NPCs can have full conversations.
Anything that moves. I'm not going anywhere.
It's your first turf war? You want to get paid or not?
No, I want to keep breathing more.
Breathing the air is as likely to kill you as Fothra's boys are. Buy a blaster. Learn the routes through town. Just don't let the boss hear you dodging work because of a few gangsters.
So the NPCs can have full conversations while you're around them. You can't ignore them, but since it's kind of covering up my voice, I decided to just be quiet. This symbol means that you aren't high enough level for that mission yet. I won't be doing all the missions because I have done them tons of time. This video is mostly for me to have fun and also to teach you how to do the basics of the game so you can go and experience it yourself if you think that this is something that you think would be fun. So you can do all of the extra missions. I will be doing more on the beginning planets because they don't tend to have story missions. On other planets you have, instead of the yellow one, a big purple triangle, and that's a long extensive story for the planet, while you also have your class story for each class. You have, in that case, 2 stories, the planet story, the class story. That's how it usually is. So this is the tutorial planet, so they don't do the planet story yet.
This isn't my concern. I'll see what I can do.
You can skip through the words by pressing spacebar. Do not press escape, that will back you out of the conversation, you'll have to start it over. So that's only good for if you get like a disapproving among your companion and you want to try to redo it. But I will be pressing spacebar more often, I'm just not for the beginning quest because I want you to see what it's like. But I've done these lots and lots and lots of times, so when I feel like the words are getting repetitive, I'm going to press spacebar, so you should know that. So as you can see at the top here, I have 28 emails, or messages. This is one of the other races, you can see it. Most of these are things I won't be able to use right now or that I don't want to use. So for example, this is a companion that you can get early on. The companion is for a DLC that's really, really endgame. So it's just a bonus that some subscribers get to be able to turn it on early on. I don't tend to do that because I find the companion annoying, and also I prefer to go with the story. I like to be invested in the story, and this kind of pulls me out of it. So I'm just going to delete it without taking the package. This is a experience boost, so I do want that. I can't use the swoops yet. I have to be level 10. If you're not a subscriber, if you're free to play, you have to be level 20. So just remember that. I can't use this until I reach level 10, so I might as well just leave it in my email. The reason I get these is because some of them are for subscribers, some of them are for a Cantina Tour is an event where you find a code online and you just plug it in and you can get it for all your characters. So make sure you always look up to see if there's codes available so you can plug them in. A lot of these Cantina Tours are still available. Look up the codes online, plug it into your account, and you'll get free sweepers and free either experience boost or dye usually. And dye is really good for outfits. This one has no package. So some what you might have seen in the email, if I didn't fast forward all of it, was furniture that I deleted. Those are the things that were in green boxes that I just didn't remove from the emails because all of my characters have those. I have so many of that same piece of furniture, and while the housing system for the furniture application is fantastic because you can slide them around and move them on all axes and make things float, and like if you wanted to, you could make tables and stuff into a staircase and use rugs to make a second floor to make your house have spiraling staircases of tables all the way up. You can't really have houses that look like houses. They all look like bunkers or big metal temples. And while that's very Star Wars, it's not what I would like in a house. So, while I have a couple houses, I don't tend to go there, like, almost ever. I give a couple keys to my friends and family for my house so that they can go and visit, and then I don't go. And then, I can't use any other pieces of these. Preferred friends is important for you to know. So what preferred friends is subscribers can give a preferred code to people if they want to have a heavy discount on subscribing for a month. Once you do that, after your subscription is over for the month, you will be a premium free-to-play player, which will give you more bonuses and unlocks. The way you can find people, usually on the first couple planets, there will be people who are asking if anybody wants to use the premium code, because they get a heavy bonus of cartel coins if anybody uses their code. So you can ask, hey, is anybody using a preferred friends code right now? And they will probably let you know. However, I'm not a preferred friend anymore because currently I'm a subscriber, so I can't use anything else in that bundle. Oh yeah, the med pack. You always start off with 2. You get different grades of them as you get higher, so I put mine down here. And as I told you, this planet is the ugliest one in the game, so we just want to get through this quick to get to the nicer planet. Dromankas is actually really pretty, so...
Talk fast. I don't want to be seen with you.
Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era. Graitai aptikte, iruprit pertini savasia salvebe kaigis.
This sounds easy, Jig. What's the catch?
Fluxtajai pami rastica abra vimos brandimus prostis cad ataverita. Vataranai angomis akananorm.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
Albejo pargi, acrodonomares, smogas total gisbabo apiata graitai aptikte, iruprit.
They'll probably sell what they stole. What if we made them an offer?
Abra vimos brandimus prost vataranai angomis ac.
Oh, and I forgot to explain, my pets, several of them were gotten because I got at Walmart some coin redemption codes, but a couple of these are also for events. Like there was May the 4th be with you at May 4th, and they gave you a little droid that was M4. It was really cute. So my current quest, that one I got from the droid back there, is eliminate gangsters, and then there's infiltrate the gangster hideout. Oh, I accidentally triggered this guy. I like the map for this game because it actually shows roads and buildings as opposed to just vague lumpy regions, which I think is much better for trying to find your way around. I just leveled up. And that means that my pets leveled up too, because your pets and companions level up health. That way they don't die as fast, because they can actually, well, your companions fall over and collapse, but the pets can die, so you have to re-summon them. There we go. And I completed the bonus mission, which was a sub-note that was underneath the quest over here. That the bonus mission was to kill 3 of the gangsters, so I did that. This, as you can see, is blue and interactable. You right-click on that. I have my tutorials turned off right now because I've seen it so many times because I have like 20 characters, but you actually, right between your health and the enemy health, you get tutorial pop-ups that will explain a lot of this to you as you go on. They're actually really nice. They only pop up as you do things instead of all at once. So those are very helpful, but I'm also explaining things that I think about as I go. So I have to defeat 6 of these gangsters. The ones inside the agent instance didn't count because they were registered in the game files as a different kind of gangster. So these ones are registered as a different kind of gangster, and so they only count for this quest. You have to be careful with that because sometimes it will tell you to attack an enemy in a specific area, and if you go outside the area, that what looks like the same kind of enemy actually isn't registered as the same kind of enemy in the game files. So then it won't count, and then you'll have to be like, but I just did all this fighting for nothing. So make sure you do it in the right area with the right enemy.
Siotaisek la prasma era. Abra vimos brandimus prostis cad ataver.
I had to kill people for those gifts, Jeeg. This had better work.
Irprisip vataranai angomis ac.
Jig, from this point forward, operational security will be at a premium. You will not contact us from this terminal again.
Small sio popudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
I understand you corrected Jeek's mishandling of the situation, Agent. We'll now proceed.
Proceed to do what exactly?
Your next task is to access Nemro's inner circle. Present yourself to the hut as a fellow gangster, the Red Blade, and offer him Jeek's gifts. One of the gifts is implanted with a listening device, which we will use to monitor conversations within Nemro's palace.
Doesn't seem worth the bother.
Watch your tone and stay focused. At this juncture, our primary goal is to find weaknesses in Nemro's organization. Even if the Hut won't join us, we might influence his lieutenants. Talk to Nemro and his men. Determine who we can turn and how we can sway them. We will be listening.
In that case, I better watch my mouth.
I expect my ears can handle it, Blade. Be careful what you say. And lose the accent. When you're in the Hut Palace, you're no longer an Imperial. Contact me from the cantina once Nemro has his presence. Keep her out.
So I just finished 2 quests, and so I got a new blaster rifle and some gloves. And this is 232. Yeah, they're the same kind. So there's one kind that stacks and evolves to the different kind of med packs, and one kind that does not stack and does not evolve to the different kind of med packs. So you can just delete the non-stack ones and keep the stack ones, because those will last for several planets as they evolve. So those are garbage. Oh, what I was about to tell you before. So this is the customized appearance panel. You open it with C. And in it you can see the clothes you're wearing currently. She's a level 1, so she's not wearing any major clothes. And because this is early on in the game and one of the very first places that they made, all the clothes tends to be low resolution. They weren't skilled at making cloth and leather textures until later on in the game. And so some of the late game armor that you can get on the market is much better looking. I have some in my cargo hold that we will get to once we finish this planet. This slot here is very important. Free-to-play players don't automatically have the Unify color option unlocked. You have to either earn enough coins via achievements to buy it in this cartel market up here, or you have to get the preferred friend bundle by using the code that somebody gave you. That way you can unlock it with that bucket that I threw away that was in my inventory. So you unify the colors, and as you can see, that changed my glove color to match my shirt. I used to hide head slot all the time, but lately they have been adding more helmets that show your face and hair, which is good because I don't know why I would spend so much time on my face and hair if I'm just going to hide it with a helmet. Welcome to the outfit designer. That's one of the tutorial things. Let me just close that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Die. And die. So since I'm level 3, I could go to the trainer right now, but up here there is a mission that is supposed to tell you to go to the trainer, so I'm going to do that first. Welcome to Nemro the Hut's palace. All the Hut palaces look the same in the game. They made them modular things that you could just stamp down, so that's what they look like. They tended to make more creative buildings and stuff later on in the game once they weren't on a budget anymore. I also don't know why they say that Nemro is one of the most sadistic, because you meet much, much more sadistic Huts later, and this guy does not compare to Jabba. I mean, Jabba is like hundreds of years later canon-wise, but like, he was average for a Hut.
Hello there, my pretty friend. Don't say anything yet. Act casual. We're old friends who met by chance. Catching up. A mutual friend thinks it's important that you acquire some new skills and weaponry. I've arranged a contact in Jaguna to get you started. Now pretend we're all caught up and leave, casually. Oh, I get it. You work for Keeper too. You're an idiot. Get out of here.
So that's the one that tells you to go to the trainer, and as I explained earlier, I am playing Abrasia as a snarky idiot. So, whether she did that on purpose or she actually is that stupid is up to you. Get past the Gamorreans. This is the market center where the trainers for the first planet are. This is the Imperial Agent Trainer over here. The plus sign means that they have something to train you with. So on your map, you can change what you show. Right now I only have Taxi, but I also want to show Trainer. As you can see, it has the green plus, new abilities available. It will tell you when you don't, so you don't have to walk all the way there. I also like it to show my mail and my cargo hold axis, which there isn't one on the first planet.
Anonymity, deception. These are your terms.
So let me back out of this real quick because I just leveled up. Fragmentation grenade, that's the first one. That is a multiple people effect. So I like to put my multiple people effects up here. That way I can separate them from single people effects down here. Shiv, that's 4 meters, so that's even closer than that. Stuns target for 4 seconds. So since these are further away, I will put them by gradients here of distance.
No one.
Next, because I have a few things to sell, you go over here, you hit sell junk. I'm also going to sell my old weapon and med pack. You can hit repair all when you have gone through a fight. Always make sure to check repair all to see if you need to. Next I'm going to use my rocket boost again to get all the way back up here. My combat proficiencies I will have to choose, but I don't actually get any points for those until I'm level 10, so I'll ignore that for now. My galaxy map is glowing because I have, I'm a new character, so therefore I have new places on the map, but I don't have a ship yet until the end of the next planet, so I can't actually click on that.
The pirate's on her way. Security droids say she's armed, but she won't be trouble.
Let's hope not. Here she is now.
I'll go tell the boss.
This is Carol's. Tell the throne room that the blades arrived. When Nemro shows, stay at least 5 meters back and don't come up unless you're called. One wrong move, and you're a pile of ash.
You worried I'm gonna cause trouble?
Just going over the rules. You've got a reputation, and we don't want any problems. Allow me to present Nemro the Hutt, the illustrious crime king of Jaguna.
It's more than you're worth, you pile of slime.
Not bad. Nemro, the idols here are real Orodium. The Gloff looks like... Manama Asha Pichu. Kipuna Malentuta Onmishka Kabano Tasema. Kirubaki Watabangi Danto Batogawata.
You can pay me to touch your slaves.
Chumanitori. Nananatota. Daida Wanawanga. Of course, mighty Nemro.
Kuna mo, uban chone alipa, iskin koto.
Looks like your audience with Nemro is over.
I am
working for that
skipping a bit with the space bar if you think they're sounding a little abrupt.
Trust me, you can't talk to him when he's like this.
I think I can get his attention.
Maybe, but it wouldn't be smart to try. We're having trouble with the Fathra clan, and it's getting to all of us. Fathra's out of line, but the Hutt cartel hasn't bothered to interfere.
That's a real shame. Must make life difficult for you.
You're not kidding. The attacks are bad enough, but Nemro's temper could turn a crisis into a bloodbath. Now look, I need to work up new plans with security, and keep an eye on Tothlegian to keep him from suggesting anything stupid. In the meantime, you're a guest, and you've got our permission to do business here. You got the run of the palace, so I'll see you around.
That is Kalia. She's a Ratataki. Ratatakis are one of the dark side races, so I don't know if you remember seeing earlier in my character selection I had a Ratataki Jedi. That's another one of the instances where I like to take dark side races and put them onto the light side and vice versa. I think it's fun. Good for role-playing. Ratataki are supposed to be warriors, and they're very aggressive, and their honor system is based on fighting battles and how much they win, a little bit like Mandalorians, but a little more vicious. So I'm supposed to be looking for bugs. I believe I remember there was one here. No, this one. It's one of the things on the table. There we go. And then this. And I think this, or the other table. There we go.
Well done, Agent. The listening device is working perfectly, and Nemro can keep no more secrets from us. Imperial intelligence has determined that Nemro's human lieutenant, Carlos Jarvis, is the weak link in his operation. You're going to twist the man until he serves us.
He won't be any trouble to manipulate.
Unfortunately, Carols is on the verge of disfavor with Nemro, while the Twi'lek Lieutenant Taflajan, I believe, is Nemro's rising star. I want you to go to Carols and offer your services as the Red Blade. Do whatever is required to bring Carol's glory in Nemro's eyes.
It's trivial enough. I'll handle it.
Indeed you will. One other thing, Agent. This operation of ours has drawn the attention of a member of the Dark Council, Darth Jadus himself. The Council's authority is second only to that of the Emperor. It's a rare honor for an intelligence operation to be overseen in this way.
So that's what I was mentioning earlier. Darths tend to have names that are based on another word, emotional usually. His is Darth Jadus, so that means it's a pun on jaded.
We don't need the oversight of Sith to do our job.
Watch what you say. We answer to the Sith whether you feel we need them or not. Report back once you've rendered whatever aid Carols requires. Keep her out.
I got a new shirt, yay! It has a hood, boo. No, that doesn't change it. I'll just have to get a hat. The hood is only hidden if you get a hat that covers your head. Otherwise, you're just stuck wearing a hood. And some characters might like hoods. My Ratataki wears a hood because she's bald anyway, and so it looks nice on her. But I tend to like showing off the hair that I selected for the character selection, so I don't usually wear hoods on most of my characters. On the characters like the Twi'leks and some of the other ones with horns.
Blade. Don't you remember me? Your old buddy, Dino Ray? I don't think you looked this good when we met up on Hoth. Or so girly. But you couldn't be an imposter, you know your friend Dino.
Like I was saying, some of the ones, not Zabrax with horns, he's like a Darth Maul race, but ones with the big horns sticking up, they tend to not have hoods or occasionally not be able to wear helmets at all. It just shows up in the stats, but not on their face.
Get out of my way. I'm doing business with Nemro now.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about the Red Blade's visit to Hutta, which puts me in a bind. You see, you don't look like the Blade I know. The Blade who owes me credits. But you say you're the Blade, my pretty lady friend, so I'll take you at your word and ask for my money. You understand?
I thought we were close, Dino. I thought you were my very, very close friend.
Yeah, I can see that. But come on, I really do need the cash if I'm gonna keep your secret.
Come on, you're a good guy. You take a girl's last few credits? Leave her broke and wanting?
Look, maybe I could let the debt slide just this once. For a friend? Dino and the Blade, you know?
I'd really appreciate that, Dino.
I'm glad to hear it. You know, we could head to my room, get cozy, talk about old times. We got a lot in common, you and me.
Tempting, but I have other business. Maybe we can catch up another day.
Sure, another time. I'll even keep your secret. No one could say I wasn't good to you.
Man always thinks with his horns.
Blade, come on over. Glad to see you're enjoying the palace. Look, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to go meet with some alien freaks, and I want to ask you something. You've been around the galaxy a few times. What's it like dealing with the Empire?
The Empire is a pain to deal with. I stay away from it these days.
You're lucky to have that luxury. Not many of us do. The Hutts have taken control of the gangs, and I think real soon the Republican Empire will want control of the Hutts, even if Nimro won't believe it. So if we gotta pick a side, I want to pick a winner, and I don't see the Empire losing.
The Empire's got plenty of troubles. If you think it's a guaranteed winner, you're fooling yourself.
Maybe I am. I have reasons. My sons are free traders. They're doing business in the Sullus system. It's their first time dealing with the Empire, so I worry. I probably shouldn't. But you came to me for a reason. What can I do for you, Blade?
Look, I need credits. Fast. And I'm not picky about what it takes.
I'm not a charity. Still, I could use someone who can work alone and get results. Nemro's been stewing in his slime since we lost a shipment of rare ores in the Evokai lands. He blames me for some reason. Now the Evokai, they're Hutta natives from before the cartel came. They mostly want us dead. If you get that shipment back, I'll pay you good.
How much money are we talking about?
More than enough. I'm not negotiating. There's a work camp outside Jaguna. Nimro set it up for some Evokai who wanted peace. Bad deal. Poor rubes. The chief there, Odef, was supposed to talk to the other Evokai tribes about returning the ore, but he didn't come through. He knows something, though. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep. But I look forward to seeing if the Red Blade's as good as they say.
So what you might have noticed earlier when I was talking to the horny boy is I got a blue sparkly symbol around my face that looked like the Republic symbol. That's because I got light side points. So as you can see, you get light side and dark side points depending on what choices you make. It's showing that I'm light 0 right now, but that's because dark side characters automatically get dark side points for each quest, and light side get automatically light side for each quest. So no matter how much light side, I'm always going to be more dark side just because she's an Imperial agent. However, one of the things that I forgot to adjust in my preferences, user interface, show conversation alignment gain. That way, you can see during the conversation which ones get you light side and which ones get you dark side points. Let's see, was there anything else that I needed to edit? I usually forget when I'm making a new character. Nope, that's it. So that way, if you want your character to be like an especially light side Sith, like I always do that with my Sith Warrior and my Sith Inquisitor, because especially the Sith Warrior has a lot of opportunities to be light side. It's really surprising. It actually changes bits of the story when you do. Additionally, there's another quest out here that's available. I'm going to take it, but I only take one mission at a time in addition to my class quest. So on the beginning planets, that's the side missions. On other planets, that's the planet story mission. I don't tend to take other side missions aside from that. I only ever keep 2, unless there's a particular mission that I actually really enjoy and take apart from that, because I get plenty of XP as a subscriber. Now, as a free-to-play player, you're going to have a lot less XP after level 10. Like, it's going to be seriously handicapped, and so that's what the XP bonuses are for. You're going to get a lot more as a free-to-play player for every other mission or so, and you need to keep those going. Every 3 hours you activate another one of these, and you get your XP bonus, and that should allow you to get enough XP to do what I do and keep to the 2 missions, but I also would recommend doing some side missions to have enough XP to be high enough level for each planet. So just remember that for if you're going to be a free-to-play player.
You? Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, saved, of course! Nemro the Bounteous takes me from the swamp, yes? He gives me a new name, new job. He makes me Morsel, the administrator. Nemro orders me to keep work camp enforcers in line, but they hired to bully Evil Kai. They laugh at me.
Just tell me who you need dead and how much it's worth to you.
Enforcers hard to hire, harder to keep, so they think they can do as they please, but we can't kill them. Go to work camp, wave your gun in Chief Enforcer's face, make him see Morsel no one to laugh at, and I have stack of credits for you.
So this is a mission that goes to the first other location on this planet, which is out here in the labor camp. However, you can't actually take a taxi to there. It's not a taxiable place. I don't know why. At least if I'm remembering correctly. I can go and check the taxi right now and see. But otherwise you have to just walk there. Oh, one of my other abilities. In general abilities, you get a quick travel here. Each race also gets a race ability that you can do. Once you're level 10, you will get, usually you get a pass to the fleet, which is the big hub for each dark side and light side. And that allows you to do the market and a bunch of other shopping and stuff. The market is a system a bit like an auction house for other games, except you don't auction, you just put up your price and hope that somebody buys it. So usually you have to look up the least bulk price on whatever you're selling, and that way you can make yours. Yeah, rest yard, so I have to walk.
There are others waiting. Move along.
You can make yours slightly lower than whatever the lowest bulk price is, and that way people will see yours and look at the unit price and say, oh, that's the lowest bulk price, even if yours might be a lot higher because you have more in your bulk, and that way you can make money. I will probably illustrate that later once I get to the galactic market, because explaining it is a little hard to do. I'm not good with words.
I hear you're giving Morsel a hard time. That you don't respect Nemro's authority.
What? Who you... Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You know, boys, we're just having some fun. You know, we didn't think... You're not gonna kill me, are you?
If I have to come back out here, it will be the last time.
You are not gonna have to come back at her again, boss. I guarantee it. We won't give Morsel a hard time anymore. Won't even laugh at his name. Swear.
Right, rewards. I have a new hat. Yay. The hat does not take down my hood. Boo. Requires level 10. I can't use that yet. I will sell the shirt, but as you can see, the med pack evolved to 311. With other outfits later, especially pants, I tend to save them because one of the things that you have in your outfit editor is your outfit designer. So you can make things look like other things. Pants are harder to come by, so I tend to keep most of those, but I also keep some shirts.
Do you require medical attention?
That way you can decorate your companions.
Be well.
You said you were going to get the ore back.
I have done all I can. The other tribes, will not listen.
If you say so. Hey, you the Red Blade? Heard you were coming. Thought we'd soften up the chief for you.
Right. He looks pretty dangerous. Get out of here.
I hate these glasses.
Fine. Call out if you need us.
The glasses make me look like such a dork.
I am Odef of the Evil Kai, leader of the Vome, sacred keeper of histories. I greet you in peace, and I am grateful.
Are you all right? Do you need a doctor?
No, thank you. But no.
I just can't help making her nice.
Come about the ores, I think. I swear it was one of the
I plan on
other
making her
tribes
abrasive,
who
and then I
attacked
go
our
and pick
shipment.
the nice options.
Evil Kai who refuse peace. In gratitude
I'll make her
to
abrasive
Nemro
to
for all he
authority,
has
but
done,
not to the
I
abused
spoke
people
to
like
my
the evil
misguided
guy.
brothers,
It makes
but
me
they
sad to
will
abuse
not
them.
return Nemro's medals.
I'll just make her like one of those people who dislikes authority and Sith and people who give her orders. But like, I can't bear being mean to people like Odef. It makes me sad.
It's okay. You tried your best. What went wrong?
The tribes, they stole the shipment to spite the Hutts, and to use for themselves. They will make weapons, machines. They took the metals to their great village in the swamps. Only a beast or a shadow can enter. Seek the shipment there if you wish.
Your help is appreciated. Can I repay you?
I ask for nothing, but you may walk in our camp. There are others who have their own needs. Farewell, off-worlder.
I hate these glasses! I'm just going to hide them for now until I get a better helmet. So that will be it for my tutorial video for today. I will edit this and post it later, and I will probably do another video of Abrasia's adventures soon. I will try to remember what else to explain as I go along. So I hope that you enjoyed, and that this helps a little bit with you deciding if you want to play, but also this is the very, very beginning, so if you're still unsure, wait for my next video and keep watching. There's a lot more that I need to teach you about playing the game and about why I enjoy this over other games like Elder Scrolls Online and WoW. Thank you for watching and have a great day!